A Bangladeshi ship that was seized by Somalis has been freed after a month of detention. Yes, this is Somalia, if you prefer, and Bangladesh is here. This is Bangladesh on the map, and this is Somalia. A Bangladeshi ship has been seized, or was seized for a month, and now has been released. What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing good. Beautiful night. Thank you very much for stopping by. Very much appreciated. What I'm going to ask you to do is please subscribe. If this is your first time, my name is Zack. We're surely going to like each other. And if you are regular, I appreciate you. Drop a comment at the end so we can move our channel further. Okay, so a ship from the Bangladeshi being seized in Somalia. What is happening? What are the reasons why these ships are being seized? It's very simple. They talk about pirates. In Somalia coast, there are plenty of pirates. You know who pirates are. They take ships hostage, they ask for money for release, they go into ships, they steal things from the shipperman, and they go away. Why do they do that? They do that for most of the time out of poverty, wanting to make a living, wanting to take care of their families. I mean, pirates are also human beings. They need money, they need things, they need to take care of their families. Now, who are these pirates? They don't tell you the truth. These supposedly pirates are Somalis who have been fishermen for the longest time. Now, these Somalis have been living out of fishing, making money through fish, selling fish, gaining some money and looking after their families. Now, how did they become pirates? They became pirates when many ships from foreign nations, including Europe, China, America, and many other places started coming to Somali waters and fishing illegally. They superfish, exaggerated fishing, industrialized fishing to a point where Somalis could not fish anymore their own fish. And these artisan fishermen could not gain money anymore and nourish their families. Therefore, they turned into pirates. That's how, out of anger, because they couldn't do anything against these big ships, they started attacking these ships. Number one, hoping to discourage them from coming to the Somalian coast. Number two, trying to make some money in the meantime. All they say is these are pirates, they are bad people trying to steal things from government and stuff. No, it's not. These are normal human beings, villagers, normal citizens that used to make money through the sea, fishing, until Europeans and Asians and other people coming to the waters and started fishing illegally and taking all the fish that they had. Now, the Bangladeshi ship had been hostage for some time. They kept it. They said 20 armed assailants took control of the vessel while it was going from Maputo, the capital of Mozambique. Here's Mozambique. The ship was going from Mozambique to Arimia, which is in the United Arab Emirates. This is the information shared by British Maritime Security Company. Obviously, the British Marine Security Company won't necessarily tell you the story version of the pirate. They will only tell you the story version they want you to hear. So we also know that initially piracy started because many ships were coming into the coast of Somalia, stealing their fish, taking it illegally. And after that, obviously many people were opportunistic. They saw an opportunity. Even the people that were not fishermen saw an opportunity to attack some ships. But on the baseline, the reason why they are pirates is because they came to steal their fish from their sea. Then we go to Philippines. This is the Philippines. Philippines is a very interesting place. I visited that place. It's beautiful, very nice. But yeah, the control at the airport was rough. Trying to make sure that we're not bringing anything that is illegal. Yeah, a bit scary due to the stories that we heard. So Philippines, fellas, has refused another opportunity to the United States. The United States of America wanted to open another military base in Philippines. And the president of the Philippines said he has no intention to open any other more U.S. military base on his land.
Does the Philippines plan to give the U.S. military access
Let me stop you right there. The answer to that is no. The Philippines has no plan to create any more bases or give access to any more bases.
The Philippine president said on Monday his administration has no plan to give the United States of America access to more Philippine military bases. I think this is very interesting because just a couple of days ago, Niger just asked the United States to leave their land. They said, we do not want your base anymore. They basically canceled the military agreement they've had with the United States of America. They say, we're happy to have you here. We just don't want you to be sitting here forever. We don't know when you're going to leave. Please give us a document telling us when you're planning to leave. With the right to do that, I want you to tell me. I mean, should you control your own house appropriately? And my other question is this. How many military bases are in America from other countries? Which other country has a military base in America? That's an interesting question. You know, you want to tell me only the U.S. is worried about the world? I mean, I'm sure China would love to have a base in America. You can't have that. Or how about you give Niger a military base in America? Not possible. So, yeah, Philippines say they don't want anymore. They don't want any more base because they feel like most of the times when Americans come to sit in your country, they come forever. I mean, you just look at all the bases in the world. So why did Americans come to Philippines in the first place? We all know that the Philippines and China don't get along very, very well because of the sea. There's a big portion of the sea that China claimed to be part of China. And the Philippines, along some other Asian countries, also claimed that that part of the sea belonged to them. So the Philippines just killed two birds at the same time. They brought in America to protect them from China. Then now they don't want to give America more bases because they know the new base America wants is too close to China. So that would be very dangerous both ways. I think Philippines is playing very cleverly a game here. I'm going to bring in America to protect me from China, but I'm not going to give him the spots that they want against China because then China will be very angry at me. Interesting, right? Now we have Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is a beautiful place, lovely people, very smart people, but well, they're going through some turmoil, some very difficult time. Zimbabwe was sanctioned for the most time because of Robert Mugabe. We've spoken about this in the past. If you want to find out more about Zimbabwe, go check some of our videos about Zimbabwe. Now, in Zimbabwe, something crazy is happening, fellas. Something really crazy. Women were accused of booing Zimbabwe First Lady. They were put in jail. Yes. 9 women who had been arrested in Zimbabwe for allegedly booing the First Lady have had their charge dropped today. That's crazy, fella. I don't know if I should clap my hand or I should be angry. Like, this is crazy. Women boo the wife of the president, they put them in jail? What kind of a crime is that? That's crazy, fellas. I mean, this is how you start talking about dictatorship. This is dictatorship shit. I'm just being honest with you. Why would you put somebody in jail because they booed? Like, that's so immature. When you decide to be a president, you should be expecting to be booed. It's part of the game. Or else don't become president. Be a pastor. Even pastors are booed. Why do you want to shut people down? I mean, this is absolutely insane. Now, these women apparently were withdrawn on the instruction of the First Lady herself, Auxilia Mnangagwa. Both the First Lady and the Police Commissioner General agree the officer on the ground overreacted by arresting these ladies. Okay, so we don't quite know if really the First Lady agree or the First Lady has passed a message after throwing them in jail for a couple of days. Then she, okay, I think they've learned their lesson, throw them out. But in the meantime, for the media, just say, I disagree with the choice of whoever put them in jail. You get what I'm saying? Number one, put them in jail. Then when you throw them out, say, okay, so just write an article saying I disagree with what they did. But I've passed my message. Don't boo me. I'm just saying. So the women who range between 19 and 49 years old were said to have allegedly booed Mrs. Mnangagwa after missing out on food and clothing handouts she was distributing at a charity event in the Eastern Manicaland province. So they say the women were frustrated because the First Lady apparently was distributing food and clothes to people. And because they didn't get a chance or they didn't get any clothes or any food, they got very frustrated and started booing. That sounds very childish, you know? Why are you distributing clothes and food to people? Like, this sounds like beggars. It shouldn't be this way. You shouldn't be distributing food and clothes to people. You should be enabling people to work, creating jobs for them, opportunities for them, you know, for them to work with dignity, not giving people clothes and food and these women booed and you put them in jail. This is crazy. So a prosecutor charged that the women who were seated on the ground stood up and started booing the First Lady while she was making her closing remarks during her address, attending to disrupt her speech and showed disgruntlement that they had not received anything from her. So the prosecutor said that these women were, booing because they were not happy the First Lady didn't give them anything, so they made noise to disrupt her from, speaking while she was trying to finish her speech. It's a bit crazy, but then an NGO said the truth is that they had been arrested for leaving the event while the First Lady was still speaking. Interesting, eh? Being arrested because you say, okay, I think I heard a lot of this. Yeah, I'm tired. I need to go. You get arrested for that. Then they hit you with you booed the First Lady. How crazy is that? Insane. Africa needs a lot of work, fellas. There's a lot of work to be done. Mnangagwa is a brand new president. Before him was another president named Robert Mugabe. Robert Mugabe is the president that came with good ideas in the start. He wanted to give the lands back from Europeans to the Africans, lands that were wrongfully taken by Europeans at the time. He gave the land to Africans. Africans misused the land, mismanaged the land, mismanaged the farms, mismanaged everything white people had left. Then started crying of anger, accusing sanctions and stuff. Anyway, I know sanctions played a role. We cannot ignore that. But don't you find it crazy that somebody can be arrested because they booed? You booed? It's crazy. Even if they booed, you can boo. How about booing? Are we in school? We're not in school. We can boo. Come on. So that's it, fellas. A Bangladeshi ship has been released by Somalians. They're not very happy. I believe you need to stop stealing their fish. They will stop capturing your ships. Number 2, the Philippines doesn't want any more military base from the United States in their land. They don't want them anymore. That's very interesting. I think people are starting to very slowly not agree with the policy of having hundreds or thousands of American military bases all over the place. Then we have these people that's just been released from jail for booing the First Lady. Or not. It's crazy. Let me know how you feel about this. It's always a great pleasure. God bless.